We'll call, we'll call the Tourism Commission meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Ermeling.
Here.
Frederick. Hodel.
Here.
Jalowick.
Here.
Sagami.
Here.
Okay. And just want to welcome you to our committee, and we're pretty smooth through. We're not real strict here, so public comments. Anyone turn anything in? Anyone online?
Tim is online for his report, but other than that, just staff.
Okay. Minutes from previous meeting. What's your pleasure? October 20th, 2025.
Move to approve.
Motion by Shane,
Second.
second by Renee. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. Acknowledge work product transmittals. Draft of December budget status report. Any questions or comments on that?
Move to acknowledge.
Motion by Shane to acknowledge,
I'll second.
seconded by Renee. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. CVB reports. Any questions on those?
I think Tim, did you have something that you wanted to?
Yeah, well, I just usually do a little spiel, Barb, to
Right.
talk with you. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the cold weather like we are. It's okay for skiing, I guess. So that's good. Yeah, so I'll stay on the call as we go over the grant requests. But if you take a look at even just the the draft of the December budget status, you'll notice that the collections are down about for 2025 about 7% in the village of Weston, and all year long we've been messaging and reporting that because of the economic uncertainty of 2025, that potentially we'd see a downturn of about 4 to 8%. In some areas of the country, the downturn has been up to 20%. And so we're counting ourselves very fortunate, but we anticipated this in February and messaged all the municipalities, our stakeholders, partners, hotels and lodging, all that stuff. The biggest loser this last year was specialty retail. People still traveled, and they didn't go as far, and they didn't stay as long, and they drove instead of flew compared to previous years. And so we pulled our marketing. Instead of going a little bit further out, we pulled it a little bit in last year to not only concentrate on really close by drives, but also in state as well, to get people come over here. And so I feel like that really helped us kind of stem the tide to get this 4 to 8% downturn instead of something worse. Specialty retail is what really got hurt. People were going and traveling, but they weren't maybe buying a t-shirt or something like that. So we're hoping that things will pick up this coming year. We'll continue to look at both and marketing, where we are marketing to close by, overnight people, as well as going after, meetings and conventions and sports events as well. As you might have heard, and probably, I sent messages out. We lost our long-term director of operations, Jody, to Stevens Point. It's the only place that she probably would have went because, yeah, she's from Mosinee and she's probably never going to leave there with her family. So it's kind of the perfect opportunity for her. We wish her well. We are currently searching for another director of operations. And it's been a really good opportunity to take a look at how we operate, some of our processes and procedures. And it's helping us take a look at where we can improve and be more efficient and effective, and continue to use the dollars, be good stewards of the dollars that you've given us. So we're grateful for you. If I occasionally, hopefully, I will hire somebody as soon as we can. If I mess up on something, I am sorry. I'm kind of wearing a lot of different hats at the moment. So everybody knows that. But been a good process for us, and we'll come out stronger as a destination marketing organization. The Horseshoe Tournament is going really well. We'll have a visit by the World Horseshoe Pitchers Association Executive Committee next uh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so we're looking forward to taking them around Weston and showing the facilities, taking them out to a couple restaurants in the area as well, Tine and Cellar. And we were just at the local volunteers and myself and staff gal were at Dale's Weston Lanes, just getting all the details ready for their banquet and some of their other use of that facility as well. And you'll see that one of the grant requests is for Meetings Means Business for $500 to pay for the conference facilities at Dale's in order to have their annual banquet and meeting space as well for the Horseshoe folks. So we're really excited to have it. We're working really well with Aaron at Greenheck, and that's about it for now. Thank you again. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll just
I got a
stay
question,
on.
Tim.
Yes, sir.
I thought the number of the people for that horseshoe going to be larger than that. It's only 200, but
Oh, that's just
much
That's the
larger
dinner.
group.
that's just who's registered so far. It's actually almost 300 now. So they kind of know when people register.
Not the event. It's not the horseshoe event. It's just the dinner.
Um, oh, for the grant or for total numbers?
Yes.
No, I'm just talking about the number of people attending for the horseshoe.
Yes.
It's 200.
No, Hushing is asking the number of people that will attend the horseshoe event. Not
Oh,
the
yeah,
number of people.
Yeah, between 1,000 and 1,500. That's for pitchers, and then of course their families and other people will come with them as well. So their registration for the tournament is about, I think it's close to 300 right now, and they're way above. So, every year they kind of show, oh, this many people registered by this, week or month, and they're way ahead of the curve than they have been in past years. People are really excited about coming in from all parts of the country and the world to the center, to the Midwest, instead of, one of the coasts. And so, yeah, so far it's on pace to have a lot of people here, which would be great. So
So it should be around-
it's probably too cold to register right now, Husheng.
But I
Yes.
said 200. I mean, but are you ready for that number? 1,500?
Yeah, the hoteliers are. We have
No,
all
I'm
the
asking Dale this question.
Dale.
Yeah,
He's in the audience, Tim. You just can't see
Oh,
him.
he's in the audience. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there won't be 1,500 at the banquet, that's for sure.
Yes.
you ready for that 1,500, right?
Yeah, they actually had a meeting
Okay.
today.
Yeah,
And
we had a meeting today.
that's pretty much set in stone, ready to go.
But not all 1,500 are attending
No.
the banquet.
No.
No, there's a
No.
banquet and then there's the event.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
just concerned about the event to make sure, So, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we wouldn't do the event if we didn't have the capacity for it and the meeting space with all the offerings of meeting space and hotels. So we couldn't have gotten the bid if we didn't have the capacity. And Dale, I thought you were retired. I thought you were supposed to stop showing up.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Happy retirement. Anyway, any other questions?
Any other questions for Tim? I think we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so, did we, make a motion to acknowledge the CVB?
I don't, have we done that in the past, so acknowledge the report from the CVB?
We had, if there was a report.
But there's no.
But there's no report in the packet, so I don't think we need one
Okay.
today.
Okay. Right, educational presentation.
You don't have
Do
any
you have any? Okay, old business, grant request, Wassa Pride. Okay, who would like to take this? Is there anyone here for that?
This one is a return from our last meeting.
I thought we put them away because they weren't here last time.
We deferred them because we had questions about their hotel stays last time. They didn't have a hotel listed.
Right, and I still don't see.
Well,
Unless I'm-
actually, they do in the second part of the report. So the report that's listed by Blake, after the initial thing will show how many rooms were in Weston after that, the extra page.
I just seen where they had made with the rotten Bentar or whatever. You'd be looking at a Weston one, but I didn't. Okay, here.
So Blake has it in the post report, but I don't think that he indicated in this piece for this year. If they're
Right,
working with
because
Weston.
because I don't think they had room blocks reserved. I mean, and that's part of the issue of this form is, in a sense, the form is really kind of more room blocks, but we can, I can direct people when they fill these out more just to kind of, in order to communicate with anticipated rooms in that municipality, I'll direct them to go, just give us your best guess based on past history or what you've heard, or if you've got any, that kind of thing. That's kind of the thing you would like, right, to see on that form.
Yeah, if they're working with a hotelier local.
Yeah,
I
that
see it
makes
says in
sense.
here that they are working with Banter and working to confirm a Weston hotel provider. And then his post report indicates that they estimated 56 rooms last year were in Weston.
Right.
And
I think it's just a matter of getting all the folks that fill out these grant requests just to understand what needs to be filled out. So I'll make sure to message that to them.
Jessica, my question to you is about what type, if say they were looking at 54 rooms, what is that to Weston as room tax?
Depends upon the cost of the room, and then it's 8% the tax.
Yeah, I was just kind of ballpark type thing, and
If we said it was 150 a room, could we just do that quick math, what it would be if they did 100? I think 150 a room is probably a fairly conservative number, but
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering revenue versus what they're asking. It's kind of.
648.
And the one thing too, Barb, is to remember that, it's not a penny for penny transaction, because, if they stay in a hotel, they're going to do other things. They're going to get gas typically close by. They're going to go to restaurants, that kind of thing too. So
Right.
that's another factor to think about too.
Yeah, but both of the activities are one is in Wassa and one is in Rothschild, and I'm just, I'm wondering how much we get. I know it's not penny for penny, but. Okay. So. What is your pleasure? They're requesting 2,000?
Yes.
Yes. Did we pay them before? Did they ask for money before?
Yeah, so in 2023, we gave them 5,000. In 2024, we gave them 1,500.
Why so much different?
In 2023, it was approved for 5,000, and then in 2024 is 1,500.
Because then we got, there wasn't that much activity in Weston. And they
Oh, I
couldn't,
see,
you
sure.
know,
So the right said Wassa and Rothschild.
that's where the events are gonna
There's
be.
probably gonna be at the Rothschild, like where, does it say?
Central Wisconsin Expo. Center.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
by,
Or that,
that's right by all the motels right there
Right,
though.
yes,
That's
yeah.
probably where everybody's gonna stay.
Right.
There's like 6 hotels right there.
Then we could just do what we did in 2024 and 1,500.
right,
It says on the bottom though too, like people, it said like Weston Inn and Suites or something too.
Yeah, that's he's accounting for how the 56 rooms got kind of divided, he thinks, within the municipality,
Within
in the
the,
post report
from last year.
from last year.
So did they improve their? But we have a number of the people here. I'll move to approve request for 2,000 to Wassa Parade Inc.
motion to approve the 2,000 for Wassa Pride Inc. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, second. On the question. I guess I haven't, from what I read, I haven't seen anything that would. I just wish they had better records, but, I guess I would lean towards
Well,
15.
I think they're gonna give us a report for after the,
Yes, but I mean,
well, then we can use it for next year.
but we should have had a report.
And their post report is in the packet.
Right,
That's right, we're getting the 56 rooms and that information.
right, right,
So they would have to, again, if they are awarded, get the public report, but
right. That's right, see. Did I have a motion, a second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. All right. Grant, new business, grant request, 2026 Wasamong New Year. Is there anyone here for that?
you want to come up and give name and address?
Longwood, that's Longor, 3203 Liberty Drive in Western Wisconsin. I'm not sure if you guys have the post report, but I can talk a little bit about that as well, give you a little bit of highlight from the 2025 Wassa New Year. We have over 8,900 attendees, 6,000 came from out of town, from Minnesota, Missouri, Alabama, Ohio, New Jersey, and Illinois. We have about 475 rooms that were booked in Marathon County here. 48 of those were booked in Weston at Fairfield Inn. Our goal is to increase that number there because they do offer us the ballrooms for practice. So that is something that we are pushing for because a lot of teams that comes from out of state. They are looking to practice, to have a room for practice. And we have 36 teams from last year, and out of the 36 teams, we have 34 teams that came out of town. So we have a large number of dancers coming from out of town. They're looking for places to practice before the event there. Our goal for this coming year is to grow by at least 5 to 17. So we're hoping that we would top the 40 to 45 teams.
Any questions?
We do.
Okay.
In your balance sheet here, you have grant 12,500. But if we get $7,500 from Rothschild
Yeah, we did last year, 7,500 from Rothschild.
and
This year,
$1,000 from Red Mountain, And 5,000 from Village of Weston, that is 13,500, not
That's our goal.
12,500.
That's our goal is, we haven't got those, but those, our goal is this year, we haven't, received those, we have received 5,000 from, Laptop so far. That would be for us.
So, what I'm saying, I think, am I correct? Is that a mistake here? Instead of 12,500, that should be 13,500.
I'm thinking he's saying that's the goal,
That's
because
the goal.
they got approved for 5 from Rothschild. So 5 from us, and then it would be 2 or
Sure.
2,500 from Rib Mountain.
Then they be short more.
But the goal would be to get 12,500 in grants.
Correct, yeah, that's.
All right.
Okay, so any questions, other questions?
Just for me, like when we vote or whatever, like how do you, like what are things for, if like you say no? Like how does that work? Like is there like a certain budget that you have to stay
Well,
within?
if it doesn't look like, we are gonna get hotel stays, because that is the main thing, and then, restaurants and other things are involved in. But they have the main one they have is Fairfield Inn, and that is in
Yeah.
Weston,
Yep.
so. So, okay, so what's your pleasure?
I move to approve the grant request of $5,000 to West Area Hmong New Year for the 2026 West Hmong New Year.
Motion by Renee, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Husheng. On the question? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? So carried, okay. Grant request, MMB World Horseshoe Tournament Banquet.
Yeah, so that is through us. And by the way, great questions that everyone's asking, that you're doing some good work and due diligence. So the Meetings Mean Business is a separate fund that you have, and Jessica can tell you how much is in it. It's something that all the municipalities had. It has not come from that the current room tax funds. It's a separate fund, and it's sitting there to be used to make expenditures for things like banquet halls, conference rooms, different things like that. And so we wanted we wanted to come to you for this fund to use $500 for the World Horseshoe Tournament banquet to help pay for that usage of Dale's conference center for them. So that's really all there is to it. Again, that money is there and, just sitting there to be used. And so this would be a great usage of it. Again, this event is primarily pretty much everything that's happening is in Weston. And so we anticipate all the hotels in Weston to be booked up. Yeah, and we're hopeful that it'll be a huge success.
So the CVB does keep track of what we have left in that means business. I just pulled up our October report just to show we're not adding any more money to that, because when we revised the contract 2 years ago, we just do the split. But we had 193,000 in there. I think this request is for $500. So that money is gonna hang out there until it is spent on meetings in the area.
Yep.
I like the idea that everything is held right in Weston, so. Okay, so what's your pleasure?
I'll move to approve the grant request for $500 to National Horseshoe Pitching Association.
We have a motion by Husheng, do I have a second? Okay, second by Jackson.
First one.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay. And item 10, grant request, Knights of Columbus, Wisconsin State Bowling Tournament.
Name and address, please.
Yes.
Terry Bishop, 1806 Perry Drive, Rothschild. This is our 109th annual Knights of Columbus Bowling Tournament. It's held down here in Weston because there isn't a bowling alley in Wausau that can handle this tournament. We have, our goal was 150 teams, 4-man teams, 600 bowlers. We have 125 teams on the books as of today. I'm shooting for 150. Back in the 80s, 83, I recall, was the first year I worked with this tournament. We had 3,000 bowlers. Obviously, numbers have come down. The state committee that runs this tournament, they opened it up last year, they opened it up to members that are not even members of our organization. And this year, they actually went with only 2 of the 4 bowlers need to be members, and women can now bowl with the men. So they're encouraging, members that maybe they're in a couples league and their wives bowl with them, they can come. So that's why I had the 150 teams coming, and the fact that we have 125 booked, I think that 150 is doable. We've encouraged the people that are coming to, especially the Comfort Inn and Suites next door to the bowling alley, Pound Supper Club, Log Cabin, basically we're down here in Weston, stay here in Weston. We found that, at least I have found that we compete in Wausau with the ski hill for rooms and also the curling tournament. I believe there's one on our opening weekend, February 21st. So we're looking for dollars that would help us with our program book and our entry fee for the tournament, which is $1,000 to host.
Did we provide support in 23?
Yes,
And how much was that?
it was 2,000.
Okay.
That was gonna be, I know we didn't last year, but I.
Yeah, I couldn't
was
remember.
trying to remember. Okay.
So you're competing for a room with the curling club, and are you gonna change your date or still gonna keep it the same day?
No, we have it the same dates, February 21st through the end of March. But we are encouraging people to be down here versus down there because they do find that their groups have a hard time getting into, I think it's like, I don't even know the name of the place now, the Ramada, the round one, downtown Wausau, the tower. They're booked with skiers and curling people, so.
Well, we got plenty of room in Weston, if they're gonna use the bowling alley, there should be,
Right.
much closer. Okay.
Okay, well, what's your pleasure? Any other questions first before I ask for?
No, I was gonna say, I move to approve the grant request of $2,000 to Wausau Knights of Columbus Council 1069 for the 2026 KC Wisconsin State Bowling Tournament.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Shane? On the question? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And we will see a report next year.
Yes, you'll have to do a report 60 days after the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you come back anytime, then at least we've got verification of your rooms. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Okay. Request State Lions Bowling Tournament.
Name and address for the record, please.
Linda Carter, 7507 Fight at the ITH Avenue, Weston, Wisconsin. We are hosting the 75th State Lions Bowling Tournament. We're anticipating 70 teams. I have 46 already signed up for the 4 weekends we want to have it. Four teams, 4 bowlers per team, but plus singles and doubles. I have contacted the 5 area hotels. Just to let them know that we're coming in. When we went to the state conventions the last 2 years and district conventions, we handed out the motels and our flyer. And we will be doing raffles, big raffles, small raffles. All the money we raise from the public goes back to the public. No funds are for use for ourselves. We support the State Lions Camp in Rosholt, which has no state or federal funds. And the campers go there free. And they're for blind, hearing, disabled, adult and children. And that camp runs all summer. Plus, we have iBank in Madison. We support diabetes. We give a lot of money all over. No money comes back to the Lions that is raised from the public.
Any
We're
questions?
looking at help for some of our major raffle prizes and our booklet.
How much you raised?
Last year it was, what, Mike, 15,000, they had it down in Sheboygan, they raised $15,000. When the Lions come to bowl, they come to spend money. They will support the local restaurants, the motels. We have one club that comes in with 7 teams. They all go to eat and they go to a fancy restaurant. They go to Palms or the Times or Wish, something like that, go out to eat on Saturday night. A lot of them come in Friday night, stay Saturday night, leave after team on Sunday.
So it was in Oshkosh last year,
Yes.
and then it's here
No,
this
I'm Sheboygan.
Sheboygan last year.
Sheboygan
Okay.
last year, yes.
How often does it cycle through that?
Every 10 years.
Okay.
There's 10 Lions districts in the state. And we're C1.
So are you from Los area?
Yes. We live right here in Weston. We've lived down here since kids were little. We've got kids 55 years old, so.
You've been-
Barb knows us. My husband was born and raised in Weston.
Right.
Okay,
Okay, what's your pleasure?
I move to approve the grant request of 4,000 for a Lion Club.
Okay. A motion by Hushang, do I have a second? Second? Jackson. Second.
I just have a question, because they're asking for 4,000 and the KC is only asking for 2, and the high school state is asking for 2,500, and they're gonna have like double the amount of people. And filling double the amount of rooms.
Yeah, there's
They're
like,
asking for double the amount than the other 2.
Madam Chair, without a second, maybe that motion, because you don't have a second on the table.
No. Okay, I'll make a second,
Well, I was gonna say we should make a second, then we
so
can
that we
discuss.
can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, motion in the second, so now your concern is, again?
Well, they're asking for 4,000 where the other two bowling entities are only asking for 2,000 and 2,500, but they're bringing more people and having more rooms.
Depending on their budget is really, we don't know that. And,
That was just my concern. I'm not saying I'm gonna, Don, I was
well,
just.
I understand, but that was my reasoning, but at the same time, they're distributing the money to the campground or whatever else they have, and they're not profiting from whatever they're making, so.
Not disagreeing, but then there would be a comfort level that part of our contribution is a donation, right? Like, I would think. I think that's also what Renee is trying to convey, that we want to make sure that there would be a comfort level with that if it's double the request.
Sure.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
She can amend my motion if she likes to.
Well, if it don't pass, then we'll have a new motion. Or you.
No,
can-
that's fine. I was just wanting to just voice my concern. I mean, we can do whatever we want to do, and if,
You can do whatever you want. I mean, we had no idea how to, we had trouble filling out the form. I mean.
oh, and sometimes it's big, best to go big, and then if it's less, then.
How
That's
does-
fine. We're just looking for any,
Being
Anyhow.
I'm new here, how does that work? Like if they, like, say you, the other two are 2,000 and 2,500. How does that work? Like, do you ever have somebody request a grant and then say she wants 4,000 and then do you give them 2 instead or 25?
Yes, it's our decision.
Yes.
Okay. Just wondering.
So
I know, like she said, that was hard because I
do you
filled
want
out.
to amend?
I don't know, I guess I would amend to say 2,000 for, first time here, but.
How does that work? Like, what's the actual tourism budget? Like, how does that work for
So-
like every quarter?
When we went back to
Should I
the,
know
to
this,
the,
or- okay.
to the top with what we're taking in from the hotels, that
Okay.
reflects the budget, except for
Okay,
things that are like the meetings mean business, because that's a separate,
the thing that Tim had or whatever.
yeah, that's a separate pot, but,
Okay,
forgive me as I'm scrolling fast.
Right, and this is just a once in a 10-year event here.
yeah, so then it's not like they can.
And that's fine, 4,000, I was just,
Yeah, no,
I'm just like reading through everything else and, so.
And a piece of consistency too, because we've tried to work on consistency across
Right.
events.
Right, so that,
But you're right, if it's once in every 10 years, then that makes sense too.
okay, I have a motion, and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed? Okay, okay, you got the 4 pages.
This is what we discussed.
Okay. Grant request, BCAW bowling tournament. All right. Our retiree is here.
I gotta teach the kid how to do it.
Yes.
Dale Elliott, 5902 Schofield Avenue. I just wanted to let you know, and again, maybe, I don't really know Jackson at all, but, we came to you last time, for Bowl Fest, and you guys were gracious enough to go, the $10,000 with us. We had, the top #1 bowler in the country was gonna come, so we had a lot of money expended out there. And in October, we could not get those bowlers to sign up early. The bowlers typically, the scratch bowlers typically don't want to pay ahead. They don't want to sign up till they know what the weather's like. And we eventually canceled that, so we did not use that $10,000. I just wanted to let you guys know the reason for that. Again, we probably, we're gonna go in a different direction with that tournament or not do it anymore down the line. So again, we saved you $10,000. We never took that money from you, so I, appreciate that. And just to give you a little background, the state high school bowling tournament, and you can tell we didn't collect it, right? Money's whatever. The state high school bowling tournament comes whenever we don't have a state tournament. So this year they're coming the first weekend in March. We've had this tournament about 10 times now. It's a crazy weekend for everybody in the community. We have about 1,050 bowlers coming. That does not include grandpa and grandma, mom and dads, and the other siblings that come along with them. We're looking at 200 to 250 rooms both Friday and Saturday night. So a total of about 450 room nights. We're asking for $2,500. That $2,500 basically goes for their ad booklet, just like the rest of these guys are having to go out and hit some of the businesses up for ad booklets and fees that they need to run this one weekend tournament. They come from everywhere in the whole state. There's 12 districts and the UP. So again, it's a big weekend. Doesn't matter what the weather's like, they're coming.
Okay, any questions for Dale? What's your pleasure?
I'll move to approve the grant request of $2,500 to Bowling Center Association of Wisconsin for the BCAW State High School Bowling Tournament.
Renee, do I have a second? I have a second.
I'll second.
Second by
I
Boucher.
was waiting for him to.
On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll step
Okay.
out, right?
Yes,
I want to say something special.
just that you recuse yourself from this item.
Do I need to talk to a?
Yes.
No one told me that either.
Okay. Item 13, grant request, Weston Acoustic Concert Series.
You just want to stand and give your name and address.
Jackson Joe, it's 5108 Von Cano Street, Weston.
You want to just talk a little bit about your application?
So it's gonna be, last year I did this event last year, and I did nine dates from July and August every Tuesday. It was at McMuller Park, which is on the, let's see, northeast corner of Weston, and I think we averaged about 80 to 120-ish people. I'd say average about 80 to 120 people every week. We had a food trucks every week. We had different food trucks and 9 different artists. And it was a 90-minute event. And so pretty much it's like just like for the Village of Weston to gather and for live music. So like we have Wassa has the 400 block thing, the music on or whatever, what's it called, that 400 block. And I just wanted to bring some live music to Weston. And it's more of a laid back event. It's just acoustic, most solo or duos. I have a couple duos in mind that I'm gonna have this year possibly. And last year I did all the funding for it through local business sponsors. And pretty much used every penny of it. I played one of the events because I'm a musician and I pretty much didn't get paid at all for that, but I did wanted to do that. And then so this year I kind of want to do a little better advertising, still get some local sponsors for each event and maybe get some merch and like t-shirts and things like that, maybe banners and things like that I wanted to do last year that I didn't do to help kind of get the event out there more for the surrounding communities to also come for the event.
Okay, questions or concerns or?
So where you get the rest of the budget?
What's that?
The
The
rest of the
budget is
budget.
$4,400.
So it'll be through local business sponsors. So like last year I did that for each event. So I had like couple different, I think, restaurants and like insurance places and some auto repair places. They gave $400 for the one event to help cover costs for the musician and some advertising. And then they just get advertised for that event. So that's where the other $2,400 would come from.
Thank you.
No, this does not raise much as far as.
So I want to remind you that the room tax funds, the village does keep a portion. So what the commission can do is instead of the full amount going to the capital projects fund and they can pull back and donate the village Weston funds only, the ones that we keep on our books, and we could donate it that way, knowing that it doesn't necessarily put heads in beds for this event.
Well, that was my, concern. I'm sitting here and I'm going, it really, but it is a good promotion thing for the village of Weston, so it's.
So it's more of a village.
I mean,
That's why I didn't apply last year. 'Cause was kind of-
I attended the events. I think it was good. I think it's good to bring, use our parks. And, I know it starts small one of the things that it says organizations, like for us to grant stuff, overnight stays and have an overall, but they also have an overall effect on the economic impact of the village of Weston. So, kind of like a not necessarily community service, but just, not having people from our community go somewhere else that they're staying in our community.
That's true. Yeah. And I mean, I have a few for a hotel, like I have a few artists coming from like 3 hours away, possibly this year. So like, I mean, there'd be a couple hotel stays, but it's not probably enough to list on there.
Maybe we don't do the 2,000, maybe we just do a lesser amount. And then,
And also like, yeah.
So what are your thoughts or what, as Jessica said, we can take it out of the room tax, but what,
The
in a
village's
different,
portion.
the
of
village's portion,
the
not the,
funds we keep, the funds we do not send to the CVB, we can use those funds. So they're free to be used however we
Because-
want with
yeah.
no
The amount of-
obligations.
the amount of rooms doesn't really. The amount of rooms or restaurants or whatever doesn't really qualify as far as the room tax per se, but it would, we could do it the way Jessica suggested.
There's also, there would be a cost to the event. We did charge for the park last year. We would charge for the park again this year. We do have a rental fee. So
Okay.
there are costs that would still be associated with the village for the event too.
I don't know, even like the food trucks too, but like I don't even know how that works because they had to apply and pay something to.
Yes, because they need all the food trucks need a license because they're serving on our property.
And I don't, also too, like I don't know if I'd like to get like local food trucks, but that's really hard, a lot of people stuff, but maybe I could do something like that too, where I get local, like Weston.
there's more like area than local.
Yeah.
There's a lot of food trucks, they're just, that's not necessarily in Weston.
Right, well, yeah, I don't know if but there's other places too that, like Weston. Food truck.
Like I said, I think this is a good event for village to, work with, people enjoy it,
Yes.
you know.
No, I agree.
So what's your pleasure? I'll let you decide. If you want to go less, you can go less, or if you want to,
I think 2,000 should be sufficient for him. Although he's short, you gotta raise some more money from other places.
oh yeah, they're gonna do that.
And it is provide something, just as you said, for a village. Nobody probably come from Wausau, but nobody else coming from outside. But that's still is something for village people, and I think that's great.
I see. Madam Chair, Tim has his hand raised. I mean, it's your determination if you.
Sorry.
Oh, I just thought that was just a yellow like.
No, he has his hand
Go
raised.
ahead.
Yeah, so I would recommend the full amount because this kind of event speaks to destination development. Again, it's good to take risks and do some things that are unique. Yes, the village will benefit directly at the beginning of it, but if it grows, people are going to come from outside the area, and everything has to have a start, right? And so I think the idea is great. I think, the basic stuff, you got the heart of doing it too, which is great. And so I think it's a good investment with room tax.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, so what's your pleasure?
I move to approve grant request for $2,000.
Motion by Husheng,
Okay, I'll second it.
second by Renee. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. Okay, you're good. Post events report, we have the 2025 MC United Fall Cup.
You probably could take them together if you want it.
Okay. And the 2025 Blossom Month New Year's report. What's your pleasure? Then I have a motion to acknowledge your.
I
report.
move to acknowledge the 2025 MC United Fall Cup post-event report and the 2025 Weston New Year post-event report.
Okay, motion by Renee, do I have a second? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Husheng. On the question, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. All right, remarks from staff.
I don't think we have any. Thank you.
Okay, remarks from commission members. Renee? Jackson? Husheng?
Yes. Tim, who's running the Badger State game now? Jody's gone.
You are Husheng? No.
Well, yeah, sure.
I am, but with the help of Steve O'Keefe, who does a lot of running around work for us, but he's also been stepping up, and then Gao has been helping as well. So, but yeah, I am the point person for it. So we're doing well in terms of taking care of everybody. The biggest thing is pickleball, and of course, I know that's a big thing for you too. So, from a standpoint of pickleball, we have, oh my gosh, I think it's the most that we've ever had probably for the event. So it's
I think
pretty-
they said about
pretty impressive.
400, maybe.
yeah, something like that. It's phenomenal. So it'll be great. So yeah, so it's going good. It looks like we're going to have to cancel curling like we did last year, but we've got some ideas about maybe making it a little more attractive. But part of the thing with some of these events is there's so many other of the same events, or curling opportunities too, that sometimes now we're kind of competing with, other, tournaments and other things that are going on around the same time. So, but with the Badger State Games too, we are able to look at some ways to make it even more efficient and effective, and that's the nice thing about being able to work it, is be able to see how we can do this better, more effectively. So, thank you.
I have no remarks other than to welcome Jackson to our commission. And I'm sure you'll find after a while it runs a little smoother. Okay, future items. Next regular meeting date is April 20th. At probably to be determined time, but probably the 4 o'clock is close. Motion to adjourn.
Vote to adjourn.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. We adjourn at 4:50.